everyone, I'm Lauren and welcome back to my channel. This is Lauren's Literary Library, where we talk about all things books and my own writing journey. But today I have got my February FairyLoot YA box to unbox. We are currently on the 6th of March. It has been a while since I've filmed. I filmed loads of videos on the 1st of March that partially got edited and never got uploaded, so I'm hoping this one goes out, but if not, then it'll just be another one to add to the repertoire of dead videos. But I got my FairyLoot box. It turned up a couple of weeks ago and I wanted to do an unboxing, and I finally had the brain space to do it. There might be some weird cuts in this video because I have, for some reason, developed another lingering cough, which is beyond annoying. I feel like I've not been well since October, but we're getting there, and one day I will feel well again, but today is not fully that day. So there's nothing on the top of this box. We have not had the spoiler card at the top of a box for a while. They've been kind of hidden below, so I have no idea what to expect. I can't remember what's in this one. I know the March box has something to do with dragons, but no idea what the February one is. There wasn't anything stand out that I can remember from the Fairy Scribe, so we'll see what it is. Okay, so the first thing in the box is in here, and it just says Heavenly Bodies water bottle. We've had a few water bottles in the past. I've got so many, so I probably won't keep this, but I do appreciate one, unless it's not glass, because they keep giving us glass bottles, and I have a toddler. And I'm also really clumsy myself, and there's no way that I can keep a glass bottle safe, so I just tend to get rid of them. But, it's another glass one. I get it. I get why the glass. But can they not, like, help the clumsy girls out, the clumsy guys out? I'm just going to break this. But I will say that this bottle is absolutely stunning. I'll see if I can do some nice close-ups of the design. Yeah, so this is based on Heavenly Bodies by Imani. I feel like the design on this is probably not as good as we've had on some. In person, you can clearly see like the stickers, but I don't think it's going to pick up properly on camera. No. You can see where the design has been imprinted onto the glass, so I don't think that's going to be very long lasting, from what I can tell. Which is sad and a shame, because it's a really nice design. But yeah, I don't think I'll be keeping this one because I'm just going to break it. And I've got so many bottles anyway. I don't need a glass one that I'm going to smash everywhere. But I'm sure that someone will absolutely love this. It's a shame it's not me. The next thing inside the box is this tiny little box. It didn't come in any packaging. It's just this. And the tag on it says this, so I believe it's Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which kind of makes sense. It's just a little jewellery box. Oh, that's cute. So you can put some rings in here, some space for some earrings, and I'm assuming that's a little necklace pouch or something, just so you've got them kind of together. This is really cute. I do appreciate it when they do things like this, especially in sort of a travel size. But unfortunately I already have a couple of these, so again, it's not something that I personally will use. I don't know if it would be worth using as a present for a friend, but it is a beautiful design. I love this little holographic on it. This one I really appreciate. Okay, the next thing in the box, again, this is a really bad box for me. I don't know why I've come back on such a terrible box. January's box, I loved the items, and the next item is the Sun and the Star Maker friendship keychains. They did keychains for the Crimson Moth, I think it was, and I like the idea of them, but I don't think they know who their target audience is. I know it's a YA book box, but the people buying this aren't teenagers. I am going to stand by the fact that you wouldn't use these, but at least these are more like discreet, I suppose. It's not like the last ones, which were just very much a friendship bracelet. These have got their own design, they've got their own vibe. I kind of like the pattern. I don't think I can get it quite right. These are lovely and they're very well made, but I wouldn't use them as a friendship keychain, but I may use one of these because I do like the keychain. And my C one from 2021, was it 2020? I think it was a 2021. I got a keychain back in 2020 that has recently broken off my ring, so, well, off my set of keys. So I might swap it out because I do love a keychain. Maybe I put one on my car and one of my house keys. I think these are really well made. They seem pretty sturdy, but I'm not entirely sure. I just don't get keychains to give to people. I didn't think I'd got a spoiler card then, but I have just found it. So it is this. I do like the artwork on here. I love the little bunny rabbit. I will go through that in a bit, but I think we already know what the book is for this month because the item I've just shown and the next item have the same name, and they only ever do that when it's the book of the month. So if the tarot cards match as well, then it means that the majority of this box was just based on this book, which is a strange vibe to have. It seems more like a PR box for this book rather than a subscription box for like multiple fandoms and things like that. So I don't really get the vibe of what this box is trying to do. I'm going to assume that this is the characters from this month's box. So we've got the star and the tower. The artwork is beautiful. I kind of like this snow ice vibe that's going on. So if that's part of the book, I'm not mad about it. I feel like that'll be a really interesting concept, but it just seems odd that they have made this box so heavily focused on this book. And the next item is the Sun and the Star Maker overlays. This is the last item in the box, so I'm assuming this is this month's book. I've got like a love-hate relationship with the overlays. I feel like they're a very cop-out option for the box. It's a really quick, easy, I say quick, easy. It's a really easy win on an item, but unless you enjoy the book, it's a really pointless item. See if I can get the pictures to at least show nicely. I think my main issue with the overlays is just not something I've ever thought of having. But clearly there's a really big market for them because I've seen people saying that these are worth so much and that if you get overlays it's just like amazing. It seems like a very odd decision for me. Oh, I like this picture though. Like, I do enjoy artwork. I love the strands of colour in her hair there. I just don't think it's for me. Oh, so now the book that I can see, this is stunning. I don't know what the original cover was, but what they've done here is amazing. Oh, it's very anime. So this is this month's book, which is The Sun and the Star Maker by Rachel Griffin. I love the sort of anime vibe of the characters here, and the font choice is amazing. There's also some foiling. I think it's kind of showing. There's like a gleam, but that's like silver foiling on the cover. That stag, beautiful. The end papers look to have got like a snow effect on the top and then just clouds on the bottom, and we've got another stag with the moon here. So I kind of like the way that it's gone from like the sky to the land. I appreciate that. These end papers. This is one of the reasons why I don't want to give up my FairyLoot subscription, because the hardbacks on these are amazing. I don't know if you just saw my expression, but that was definitely a complete, just stunned. They're just so gorgeous. Right, so here we go. This is the front of the hardback, the title, and the back. So we've got this beautiful snowy landscape. Oh my god, I've just seen the end papers. And I think that is just gorgeous. And because I've just seen these, I'm going to show you as well. So this is the front end paper. And then the back end paper. I just love this scene. This is gorgeous. There is a letter in the front with a digitally printed signature. I thought I recognised the name. So it is by the author of The Nature of Witches, which I've not read, but I have heard really good things. Ooh, a contents page. I have not seen a contents page in a book for ages. I don't think there's any special edition content in here. So I know the last couple of books we've had like a bonus chapter or something in the end. No additional content. The paper in this is really nice though. We have the reversible dust jacket. I'm not sure if this was the original cover, but if it was, it's a shame that they didn't do something sort of like in that vein, because I really like it, but I like that they've tried to capture that element on the hardback instead. I kind of like this bit of like a blurb to entice people. I think is amazing. I do think this is a really stunning edition, and we are being spoiled with the editions that have been made by FairyLoot at the moment. I really love them. I love the way that they're being designed and the way that they're being done. It's just a shame that the items for me haven't been so great, but I don't know if that's just because I'm becoming more discerning in the stuff that I bring into my house. So most of this box will probably be sold. The overlays I'll keep with the book till I've read it, just so I can see if it's one that I want to keep or not, because if I do, then I'll probably keep the overlays, because it is a nice addition to have if you enjoy the book. But if not, then the book and the overlays will probably be sold together, because again, a nice addition to have. It's got a nice fancy special edition with some nice fancy overlays. Overall, I think this box was really cohesive in the style and the theme. So it's got a really nice blue theme running through. It's all very celestial objects that have been used, or books around celestial objects. We've got the Moon Goddess and Heavenly Bodies. I do think it is a shame that so much has focused on this book in particular. It's just, I don't really like it when they do that. For me, it just seems like you might have been able to do something amazing with the item that you've done, and instead everything is revolved around this book. So if you weren't interested in this book, or you don't like this book, then you've also got things that might be linked to it that otherwise you'd have wanted to keep, but now it makes no sense to have them hanging around. It's a shame, but I liked the way they all matched together. Would I have gone out and bought all of these? No, I did not need any of the items that have come in this month's box. So for me, it seems like a really pointless box to have, but I also understand why some people would love it. So let's go through the spoiler card and just credit all of the wonderful artists that we've had in this box and give them the credit where it's due. So the jewellery box was designed by Blanca.design, based on Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan. The friendship keychains were designed by Layla_Ashtar_Shrine, and they are inspired by this month's book. The water bottle was designed by Anne Guyon Art, and that was inspired by Heavenly Bodies by Imani Eriu. And the overlays are designed by Gianni File, and they are chapters 1, chapters 3, chapters 11 and chapters 22 from The Sun and the Star Maker. Yep, and the tarot cards this month were also The Sun and the Star Maker, so that's 3 items from this and the book. It just seems too heavily weighted towards the book. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different artists work on this month's book. The redesigned cover with artwork was done... so the redesigned cover with artwork and the sprayed edges on all 3 sides were done by @Rude Beetle. The colourway variation on the trade cover and the artwork on the hardcover was done by @KF1N3, with the foil details done by Blanca.design, and the foiled character artwork on the end papers was done by Gian File. And it looks like Lydia Blagden also did some design work on the cover, but I'm not quite sure because it just says redesigned cover with artwork by Rude Beetle and design by Lydia Blagden. So I'm not sure which parts was done by which, but those were all the people who worked on this month's book. I liked the theme of this, but I just don't think that this box was for me. I have been wondering recently if this box in general is something for me, because most of the time the items I just get rid of, or like I either sell them, give them away, or they go in the bin, and it just seems like such a waste. It's a lot of money to be spending every month for things that I just have no use for. So it's one of those that in the back of my head I'm constantly reevaluating if this is a subscription that is still right for me. But I have managed to recently get onto the Epic Fantasy subscription list. I think that one's going to be more up my alley. I haven't read Epic Fantasy for a while, or at least I don't really know of any new-ish authors or new-ish Epic Fantasy books that are coming out. So for me, that'd be a good way to get back into my old fantasy roots. I do enjoy different veins of fantasy, but epic fantasy is something that I found my first love with reading from, so it'd be nice to try and get into that. I don't know when the first book is supposed to turn up. I paid at the start of February, so I'm assuming in the next couple of months that book will be with me, but it might end up just being a short because it's only a book, so it's always easy to do a short as that, but we'll see what I decide when I get round to it. But hopefully this video will get edited and uploaded. I'm hoping in the next day or 2, because I really want to get back into filming videos. I just never get the chance to just sit and film. I don't get any chance to like just have the peace and quiet that I need to do it. So we'll see. But hopefully this one's out. If you like the video, don't forget to give me a like and let me know what your thoughts are on the box. Do you think that FairyLoot is losing its way a little bit with the YA box on what it's doing with its items and its themes? Because I don't know if it's because I've been subscribed for so long, we're coming up to nearly 6 years, that they've kind of done everything and it's just feeling a little bit stale. But then I guess it's just like the world in general, and yeah, I can't make up my mind. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you want to see more of my videos, don't forget to hit subscribe. I am trying to get them out. My main issue is finding time to film these days. Like I said, I filmed it in November and then we got hit by so many nursery bugs that nothing got edited. I think I half did about 3. Maybe they'll go up one day as sort of like from the vault videos, but who knows. There was also some monthly vlogs that never saw the light of day. So again, who knows. But I hope you're all staying safe and you're all well. And as always, see you next time. Bye! I just completely forgot my entire outro then.